What's up, everybody? How you doing? Special edition of the Four Black Guys tonight.
Four good guys minus one.
It's fiasco today, but everybody put their phones up. Let me take a moment for everybody to get in because I know we're on a special night. Not everybody gets a chance to get their phone out.
Your microphone is oversaturated. I can't hear you.
Oversaturated. How about
Yeah.
let me turn it down?
Yeah.
How about that? Is that better?
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Okay, my bad. So yeah, man, we want to let a few people get in today, but we gonna talk. We got some special guests coming on tonight. We got none other than the motivator himself who's gonna be with us tonight, Mr. Josh Raby. We might have some other guests. And guys, if you want to come on tonight and be with us, shoot me your email address on Messenger. Okay, Stephen Myers, go to my page and shoot me your email address if you got something to say, you want to say something about what happened today, please shoot me your email address. But before that, we want you to click like, we want you to click share, and if you're watching us on YouTube, go ahead and hit subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when the Four Black Guys are on and popping. Man, we had a wonderful show Sunday. You might want to go back and look at that show. It was hilarious. It was a good time.
Yeah, that was a good show.
That was a real good show, man. It was a real good show. And so, what's up, Key? How you doing? Good to see you. Please let everybody know. Won't you like and share this out? Let everybody know what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about storming the Capitol. What a fiasco today. But before we get into that, I got to show off my baby's latest creation.
Hold on. Let me put my spectacles on here.
In there, Karoo.
My baby's latest creation.
Karoo.
Okay.
You got one yet, James?
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah.
Oh, you do. So we the
Yeah.
only ones around here still waiting. Oh, okay. Okay.
But anyway, we go. Me and my baby, we gonna go live probably tomorrow night, and we gonna try to sell that.
You gonna auction that one?
That's exactly what we need right about now. Some love, right? But anyway, man.
Erica, do you want that?
Did she see it?
She watching.
Okay.
Her feed is behind. But go ahead.
All right. So anyway, yeah, man. So if you want to be on the show, go to my page, Stephen Myers, and shoot me your email address so we can talk about it.
She said sold. I told you her feed was behind.
Okay. Word up. So we'll get with Miss Erica and see what that's all about. So anyway, let's y'all want to just jump into it. Y'all want to get started?
Gotta set it up. We can dive in, yeah. I mean, we about these events of the day, baby.
Right. What's up, Jay Mack? You doing all right, man? Good to see you.
What's up, Jay? What's up, Erica? What's happening?
Erica says so. We got you, baby. So anyway, man, we're gonna talk about it tonight, man. We got let's go ahead and introduce our guest, Mr. Josh Raby.
Sir.
You want matter of fact, I want James, why don't you introduce Josh?
All right, y'all. Yeah, we got Josh Raby coming on. Josh can be considered, I guess, our political consultant for the show.
Is that what we call him?
Yeah, he can be the political consultant.
We call him
for the show. One of them black guys that think they know a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
From the west side of Birmingham.
Oh, so like you. Oh, okay.
Brother, I'm from the north side of Lansing, Michigan. You feel me?
Hey, man, you're in Birmingham and Belmont right now. So what's that?
I'm just saying. But yeah, man, we got Mr. Joshua Raby, man. Bring him on in, Steve. Let's get him going.
Let's get it crack-a-lacking, baby.
Mr. Raby, what's going on, brother?
What's going on, brothers? How y'all?
What's up, man? Welcome.
Straight out of the west side.
First off, it is political contributor, you Negro. And secondly,
okay.
let me also tell you that I happen to be the youth affairs chair for the Democratic Party. I have worked on numerous campaigns, including several presidential elections. So,
straight out of the west side, baby. Straight out of the west side.
Oh, I'm straight out the west side. West End High School for life. You will never,
Erica, you heard that?
the Lions. Okay, we're alive forever, hater. Anyway, good evening, boys. Man, how y'all?
You West End Lions. Okay, now everything makes sense. Now I got it. Now it all makes sense.
Okay.
My wife is a lion.
Hey, that's a smart lady.
Yeah, boy.
Oh man.
Well, guys, if you have been living under a rock today, and hopefully you haven't, and maybe I take it back. Some of us probably didn't get a chance to look at the TV today. I know some of us work and we didn't have a chance to check our news feed. But what happened today was astounding, frustrating. I don't know how many other adjectives I can give it. You can't hear me, Josh?
Yeah.
You sound low.
Oh,
You are lower than everybody else.
Lord have mercy. All right, I'm trying up just a little bit.
All right, that's good. Right
That's
there.
better.
Okay, good. All right, so like I said, today we had an astounding day. We had the most disgusting display of treason, insurrection that I've ever witnessed in sedition in my lifetime. And you know, we can say that we've grown up through a lot of things as you know, people our age and the years old.
Hey,
But-
man,
Wait a minute, who the what now?
Yeah,
you in that 45 to 50-year-old
the
range.
45 to 50-year-old people.
You Gen X.
Right. So I don't even know where to begin. Let's start at the beginning.
Start about the phone call.
Say what now?
Start with the phone call.
Phone call.
The phone call.
The one to the Secretary of State.
Right, to the Secretary of State of Georgia, where he pretty much said, listen, I need you to find some numbers
Okay,
to
you
make
want to start
sure
at that phone call.
that we win.
Wow, I want to go way back there. Okay, so we got the President of the United States, if you don't know, called the Secretary of State and the elections people. They all met for about, what, an hour, 2 hours?
Mhm.
On the phone,
2-hour phone call.
where the president was begging, pleading, and almost
He didn't beg, he demanded.
threatening. I was
Strong
going to get to it. I was going to get to it. Threatening. I mean, I just need 11. Can I get 11,000 votes?
Listen, man, he was just trying to get.
Come on, man. Come on,
Listen,
man.
man. Listen, what you expect the man to do? He called his homeboy and said, hey, man, listen, I need to hook up real quick. I'm short. I got some issues. My wife tripping on me at the house. I need this hookup real quick, man. Go on.
She's trying to go home, dude. She ain't trying to be in that house no more. Dog.
You know what I'm saying?
He done already moved out.
That's what I'm talking about.
She lives in Trump Towers, New York. What are y'all talking about? She shows up for publicity stunts when they tell her to.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Listen, man.
listen.
Man called his partner trying to get a hookup. That's all. We've all done it. We've all called the homie, you know what I'm saying, and said, hey, man, I'm a little short this month. Can you hook me up?
I don't have it. First of all, I would never call a homie to do something illegal because I don't know do illegal things.
No, that's what James does.
Oh, right.
Oh, snap.
Well, I mean, it ain't illegal just to ask him, you know.
I beg to
Just
differ.
to ask him.
But the fact that not only did you pretty much show them, listen, this is how it's gonna go, and this is what I need you to do. He wasn't expecting for his homeboys to record
rat
this
him out.
conversation. They knew what was about to happen.
Well,
They
see,
knew
that's what I'm saying.
ask for.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That's a lesson for him. You can't trust everybody. You know what I'm saying? Trump need to get some street
He
knowledge.
learned that when the judges he appointed didn't even go on his side, though.
Everyone does illegal things. Read 4 felonies a day. Okay.
Who's that?
I don't know.
Somebody from YouTube. Hold on, let me check this out here.
Okay.
So first off, he made this phone call. He said, listen, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put you guys up in place, but you can't remove me. I need you to make sure that the 2 Republican senators win. Unfortunately, he met some folks that's gonna say, hey, listen, we ain't gonna do this. We're not going to commit treason. We're not going to do a legal election fraud. From there, fast forward to this morning, where this man did a full press conference in front of the White House at a rally, pretty much telling the Proud Boys, listen, if it ain't starting to look like it's going the way it is, storm. Then he said that Vice President Pence would do the right thing and make sure he speaks. Park this for a second. Vice President Pence can only start the meeting and close the meeting after the vote has been done. So once again, we got another tummy tuck. Well, he's been the first tummy tuck bill out there, where you don't know the laws of the land or what the Constitution says. So that's where we get to these idiots going into the state capitol.
Well, I think it even comes before then, man, because he's been priming his idiots from when he got the election.
Right.
Even when he won the election, he said if I don't win, it was fraud or it's going to be cheating. He said that with Hillary. So he's been priming the pump for years.
For a minute, he's been priming it. But that's what he did with this. That's what he definitely did in this case. And when I woke up to this rally this morning, and I'm like, Save America rally. I was totally out of the loop about this whole Save America rally. And let me rephrase that. This super spreader event, because that's what it was. I was totally out of the loop about that. That caught me by surprise this morning. So, but to listen to the language and the rhetoric that was being spewed, it was just, you could tell by the end of the day, something was going to pop off. Something was going to pop off.
And by the way, the meeting had not really started for real. They had just got to Arizona where they were debating why Ted Cruz did not want to give a vote to Joe Biden or Kamala Harris. So it was staged. This whole thing was staged. And please believe that every single person that was stupid enough to take pictures, put them on your Instagram, Twitter, whatever, you're going to get federally prosecuted.
Yes, you will.
Yes, you will.
And if no one knows this, both of the Democratic senator candidates won officially today. They will be privately sworn in and then publicly
taking over some people's show, man. I swear to God.
Yeah, they will be privately sworn in and then publicly sworn in. But at this point, the Democrats now own the House, the Senate, and the White House.
Right. And it's I was going to mention that before, Raby just took over the show. But anyway.
That's them West End. That's them West End dudes.
That's them West End dudes. Them lions, they rude. They just
that's
rude.
That's that lion spirit.
Right. That lion spirit. But I did want to bring up and mention that Warnock did pull out last night. He was declared winner last night, and then Ossoff, who's a Jewish American, very young. I think he's only 33. Won today, beating out Purdue. It was a tight race, but we knew, and we want to thank you, Georgia, once again.
Doing your due diligence.
You did your doggone thing, man. Thank you, Georgia, very much, man. Y'all did the doggone thing. And once again, thank you all the women that helped push the vote in Georgia. We want to thank them. So let's get back to the Capitol, man. And as they were, like you said, Josh, as they were going to the separate parts of the House to discuss just Arizona, we just went through the first state. They wanted to go ahead and do a debate on charges on the fraud or cheating that they had never produced any type of evidence.
Nothing.
All allegations. I'm gonna repeat this one more time.
Nothing. All
this is over the allegations of fraud, of not following the constitutions of the state. All this was produced over nothing. Over Trump just complaining that they had to steal that some people had to steal the election from him, and that's why he lost. I'm gonna go through Joshua. There's some stuff that I want to say, man, and we're gonna get to it later on in the show. But a woman died today. A woman lost her life, and I know I'm gonna get in trouble when I say this, and y'all, we can talk about this later on in the show.
Watch this.
But I put the blood that is on the floor of the Capitol building right now, the blood that they had to wash up, the blood that they're going to have to
Come on.
inspect, the blood they're going to have to investigate,
Come
it
on.
lies at the feet and on the hands of 45, the GOP, every pastor, and every sanctuary that supported this man. I said it and I won't take it back.
Come on. Come on.
It lies on their feet and the blood is on their hands.
My name
Because
is
they
Mario Lynn,
climbed
and
the
I support
pump for
that
years.
message. Come on, sir. I
They
agree.
All right, I need you to expound on that.
Why? I'm telling you, they primed the pump for this. They fed these people full of lies, and then what they did was they took the cross to try to validate it.
Absolutely.
Come on.
They put the flag on the cross, and then they tried to merge the two. And this woman went to the Capitol steps, thinking that she's a patriot. Listen to me.
Come on.
Thinking that she's a patriot, lost her life over some lies, some trickery, and grifting.
Grifting. I like that. Okay.
Call me a liar. I double dog dare you. So I'm gonna yield the floor. If anybody else wants to say something, y'all can right now. We'll get into the hows and whys. Does anybody just want to say anything off the rip?
Here's something. What did they think the outcome was going to be? All these months of fanning the flame, and now you're hearing, throwing a lighter in the can, whatever. What did they think the outcome was going to be today? Really? What logically did you think the outcome? Did you really think you're going to the White House to protest was going to turn out well today?
They did.
They couldn't have.
They did.
There's no way.
You know why?
Why?
Because 45 told them, I got you. I'm going to protect you. No problems will happen to you. And then he set up at the rally before they stormed the building and said the exact same thing. And by the way, the video, if you watch the video, there's a video that he does in the Rose Garden where he's asking and pleading the people to go home, and that they're a patriot and we love you. Here's the problem. That video was done before he spoke at the rally. If you look at the video, it's totally different than what he looked like before the rally, right? But then you see him again on the news. The clothes he had on the rally when he did the another video has on that clothes. So that means you've either changed twice, or you changed ties real quickly, or you pre-video recorded.
That was a pre-video recorded.
And they played that live on. I saw that live on CNN. Now you're telling them you're handing peace in one hand, but you're fanning the flames in the other hand. You understand what I'm saying? Go home. But they stole the election from you're spewing the same rhetoric that got the people there in the first place.
But
Double
I mean,
tone.
What do we expect from him, though? I mean, that's what he does, and that's what he's been doing.
So let me
the
ask
man is gonna start this rhetoric, and he's gonna keep pushing.
So let me ask you a question. I just want this for everybody because I want to engage everybody. What is this, patriotic or was it thuggery? And I want everybody to answer that's watching. What do you think it was, patriotism or was it thuggery?
You going around the panel?
Yeah.
I'll be the first to say, stop with all of the cute words. This shit was domestic terrorism. That's exactly what this was. It wasn't thuggery. It wasn't insurrection. It wasn't none of that. It was domestic terrorism. And my problem with it was, where the hell was your police officers? Where were they when this stuff broke out? It went unchecked for too damn long.
What?
Go ahead.
We're going.
Go ahead, Josh. Go ahead, Josh.
Oh, Josh, okay.
It was terrorism. It was treason. And by the way, Trump's halted National Guards because the mayor called for National Guards the day before.
Now that was going to be my next question. Why? Because I saw something like that, and I'm glad you brought it up, Motivator. I saw, and I wanted to verify it. I couldn't verify it. Were they held back when it was asked for?
Because not only did they call National Guards the day before, Kenosha, Wisconsin called, California called. There were several governors that called, or mayors that called for National Guard. The mayor of Washington, D.C. called for National Guard. President Trump made the National Guard stand at ease and told them that they were not needed at that point in time. As a matter of fact, when the mayor did an interview today, she had to get the head of the army to come and speak. And he couldn't answer to the question of where was the National Guards.
Wow.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
Well,
I gotta highlight this. It was treason. These people, there's a picture that's going around right now. There's a guy in Nancy Pelosi's office. The staff left so abruptly, they left their emails up. This man took a picture of a personal sensitive email, a government sensitive email, and posted it on Twitter. Mm-hmm. You committed treason, sir.
Oh, the guy that took the picture of the email?
Yes.
Was this the same guy that was in her office?
Had his feet kicked up.
Right. And by the way, this guy has like a check mark on Twitter, so he's somebody important. Like he has clout. So you really do? I don't get it. I'm sorry. Go ahead, James.
Well, of course it's terrorism. Of course, it's domestic terrorism. But we've found out in this country that domestic terrorism is excused when the people are a certain color.
Come on, sir.
I mean, even if we call it domestic terrorism, it doesn't matter because of who they were. So they're not, it's just not going to happen that way.
If it was a BLM rally, you would have had everybody in their name out here.
It would have been jacked up, and that's my issue.
It would have been a bloodbath.
And that's my issue, is that this isn't talked about in the same way the Black Lives Matter protests were talked about.
Exactly. They whitewashing this shit.
Right. They really are whitewashing it. And it's crazy on how they can do it, justify it, and just wipe it away like it's nothing. Like Mario said, the police took way too long. Like, you let people climb the walls of the Capitol?
Of the Capitol.
You let them break out the glasses, the window.
I mean, see, but that's what I'm saying. We ain't even got to get that deep. Like, this is the Capitol. They shoot at folks if you try to go in the gate.
Where were the people? Hold on.
I got it.
Let you get there. Where were I've been to DC. I've seen snipers on top of the buildings. Where the hell were these people today? Where were those people today?
Especially because the president.
Well,
you normally have snipers.
The snipers were removed after the president spoke at the rally. Those snipers are only in place when they should have still been in place. I put it that way. But I guarantee you one thing those protesters didn't do. They didn't storm the White House.
Oh, no doubt.
Oh, they didn't storm the White House, because they would have stormed the White House. Oh, they know it would have been a bloodbath going on. But because of certain people, they were asked to stand down. The president of the United States tell you stand down, you gotta stand down.
Go ahead, Steve. Go ahead.
I want to show a video that was captured and that I received here. This is a video showing the Capitol Police removing the barricades so that people can walk in to one of the parts of the house. So just watch this video. Just watch it. It'll speak for itself. So you can see they removed the barricades and they just walk right on.
Look at old buddy.
The police removed the barricades.
And they just walk right on in. So I mean, dude, it's I don't know what
Hey,
to say.
Ernest. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Monique. Hey, Mom.
Huh?
I know y'all watching.
Yeah, Monique, Ernest, Deborah. How are y'all doing tonight?
Good
Deborah.
night. Good evening. Good evening.
What up,
Good evening.
cuz?
My mom is watching. I want to give her a happy birthday shout out. She's
Oh, yeah, happy
celebrating her
birthday,
birthday
Ma.
today.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy
Sorry,
birthday.
all of this foolishness has broken out around your milestone birthday. You're not supposed to tell a lady's age, but this is a milestone birthday for her, and all of this foolishness has ensued. But happy birthday.
So I mean, after watching this video, man, do you think this was a lack of judgment upon the some of the Capitol Police, or do you think that this was done deliberately?
I think it was allowed to happen. So if that done deliberately, that's done deliberately. Yeah, it's done deliberately. Yeah, I think it was allowed. I think they knew that this was potentially could go here. You mean to tell me you're gonna have all of these people? Trump done call all these folk to DC for this Save America rally, and you really don't think nothing gonna pop off? Really?
I'm with you, Ernest. I think this was an inside job.
Inside job.
And to have now, my question is, and I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist, people, but it's real funny to me that the president did not allow the National Guard to show up, that there were no snipers on the roof.
Come on.
That the DC police moved out the way. Now, I understand that some of them were overran. I get that. They were overrun. But now they're inside the Capitol, entering the offices of the senators.
And Congress members.
Huh?
Senators and Congress members.
And Congress members.
And you stole stole the podium out of the these suckers.
Now listen, man, come on. You
Now,
break in
James-
there, you gotta leave with something.
Now,
Like,
James,
if you gonna
Now,
go in
James-
there, you got to leave with something.
James, you're not finna encourage your foolishness.
I'm just saying, man.
Listen
You
to
didn't
me.
take the time to break in the Capitol. You got to leave there with something. You
Okay,
have
well, when you leave from something that is not yours out of the state capitol, sir, you have just committed a federal offense.
Well,
No,
yeah,
the federal
we
Capitol.
understand all that. But
Right.
if I committed the offense when I broke in anyway, so I might as well go the next step. I might as well go all out with it.
These guys took podiums. Somebody had the Abraham Lincoln picture in their hand. Now, also, in case y'all did not know this, these same protesters burnt the Associated Press cameras, their wires, and everything outside. They had a bonfire with the Associated Press cameras and mics and all that. This is right before they began to burn government documents. But James, I blame you.
Say it like you mean it.
I blame James. Because
Hey, James.
the foolishness is I can't understand when you realize that these people were about to take over, you swept the vice president out of the chambers, which I understand. But what about the rest of the Congressional and Senate folk? What
They
happened?
was mad at them anyway because they was finna confirm the election and stuff. So they ain't.
What
They don't care nothing about
happened
them folks.
But what happens if those people would have came in and shot up every senator and congressional person there?
Okay, so hold on one second, guys. I want to introduce another guest that we got. I told you we had a lot of guests tonight. We got the one and only musician, just the man himself, Mr. Cameron Sankey, who's played with and for everybody. Welcome to the show, Mr. Cameron. Everybody give him a hand.
Cameron already had autograph.
Cameron, you there?
Hey, your mic is your mic is bad.
His build up and he's on all his mic. Yeah, that's Let me hold on. Let me take y'all bring you back in.
Hold on.
Hold on, son.
Yeah.
You may have to change the output of your mic on your screen.
You sound like computer love, Doc.
Yeah.
No.
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 Still sound like Roger Trout.
Disconnect and reconnect.
I was gonna say that sounds like a connection problem.
Yeah, disconnect and reconnect.
But yeah, man, we're gonna see what Cameron's talking about, man. I'm excited. But we where we leave off at, man. Oh, yeah. I think it was an inside job. I want to know what was stolen. I'm sure there was something important that was stolen. Had to be.
Okay.
Had to be. You can't tell me it wasn't some evidence, something.
I know one thing though. I did get pissed off when I saw that dude feet kicked up on my baby desk. He gonna get up off. They gonna get up off of Pelosi, man. Like I was like, bruh, like,
dude, she's 80 years old, man.
Like I was finna pull up, man. Like you in my boo office, like.
Hey,
Man.
that's your friend, Raby. That's your friend, dude.
Right.
Raby went dark on him.
I'm just saying, man, like, hey, leave Pelosi alone, man. She ain't, that lady that's there, man, trying to do her job. Y'all gonna get up off of her.
All right, we good?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we good now.
We are good now. Good,
man.
good.
I just want to introduce Mr. Cameron Sankey, guys. He is a phenomenal musician in the city of Birmingham. Like I said, he's played with and for some of the major gospel artists. He's just a good-spirited guy, man. A lot of musicians get cocky after they get to a certain level, but not this dude, man. He is one of the good ones out here. Mr. Cameron Stanky, thank you for coming on, man. I know you got 4, 5, 6, 7 cents you want to bring to this. We're talking about, man.
Oh yeah.
What are your thoughts about the thing? Just give us an overall, and then we'll get into some dynamics of it, man.
Overall, I saw this was going to happen.
Thank you.
And really, it's just playing out.
Right.
It's playing out, and the truth be told, it's going to get worse before it gets better.
I agree. I knew that this was coming, but man, I don't know. I knew it was going to get bad. I didn't think they would attack the Capitol like that.
Yeah, that's my thing. I didn't think, because I knew them people did not come. Excuse me. They didn't come to DC. Yeah, my laundry done, y'all. They didn't come to the Capitol to just chill. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that wasn't there. I knew there was going to be some turn up. I did not think they was going to break into the Capitol and mess with my baby, but they did. And Josh, you can cut that out, man. Y'all know that lady sexy. I don't know why y'all tripping.
That lady is not sexy.
Talking about Pelosi, right?
My
stomach is turning.
I'm just saying, man, the way she handled Trump, that's not sexy to y'all.
No.
I'm
with you, James. When I woke, you see, I'm going to switch this. When I woke up this morning, I said, this is gonna go bad. This is not gonna buy well today. Something is gonna pop off. Didn't know quite what, so I've been following it all day. I've been following it out because, like you, I knew something was gonna pop off. Now I'm gonna tell you what really pissed me. Well, it didn't piss me off. Guess who did the opening prayer for the Save America?
Who?
Your girl Paula White.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
Angels from
She called the angels from Africa to help her pray. She was the perfect one.
I mean,
I want to get into this. This is what I want to go ahead, finish up, Mario, but I want to get into this.
Go ahead.
So here we go. Let's deal with this. Let's talk about it. Hey, baby, how you doing? You want to come say hello to the people and show your picture right quick? Nah, she good. Okay, all right, cool. All right, so look, but she come anyway. Boy, I tell you, get out of here, you ham. Anyway, so let's deal with this. Let's deal with the whole Christian slant of this thing. Because we've had the Christian evangelicals, and I'm going to talk about it, Cameron. we had the evangelicals, these moral majorities that have been saying they've been moral majority, the Christian conservatives. These are the same people. These are the same people that supported this man that we saw out on the Capitol destroying federal property.
Mhm.
Where are these pastors?
They're somewhere hiding and hoping that it'll disappear if they go to sleep at night and wake up in the morning.
I can tell you what it is.
Hey, it just magically disappear, like Trump said the coronavirus was gonna do, huh?
Exactly.
I can actually tell you what they is.
Okay.
Where are they?
They send their butts on a conference call with Franklin Graham, asking, "Well, what do we do? What do we say?" Because believe it or not, some of those same evangelical preachers are the ones that pay for the vans and the buses and stuff to get them to DC.
Get those
So
folks
let's
to
not
DC.
fake like they shocking the Paul. They knew what was going to happen.
Well,
They knew exactly what was going to happen.
let me go one step. I don't think they knew exactly what was going to happen. I'm gonna tell you, and the reason why I say that is this right here. I've talked to Mario earlier, and I talked to Steven earlier, and I said,
Yeah, he called me the gloat.
they were they were okay. They were not okay, but they were okay with Biden being president because they still had control of the Senate.
Right.
They were okay with that. They lost all of their marbles, I say, on this platform when Georgia flipped and the Senate majority went over to Democrats because now they've lost control of the House, the Senate, and the executive branch all together.
Everything. Bye. Gone. One fell swoop. Holla. You ain't got nothing.
But it creates a bigger dilemma because what it says now is that the minorities know how to play the game.
The game.
Right.
Yeah.
And they won.
Mm-hmm.
And now that they won, is now we're going to have to do one or two things. We're either going to tear it up or we're going to change the rules to the game.
Well, you ain't changing the rules, so I guess they figured they was gonna tear it up.
Well, it's gonna take a minute before they can change the rules. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They have no power
Hey,
in that.
is anybody watching CNN right now?
It's on, but I can't hear it. What's happening?
Okay. Some cabinet members are holding preliminary talks about invoking
the 25th Amendment.
Wow.
Can we talk about what that 25th Amendment is?
Go ahead, Josh, talk about it.
But I need y'all to understand. First off, for those that don't know what the 25th Amendment is, it gives the power to the vice president and members of the Senate and Congress, well, really Congress, to remove the president for if the president is incapable of running the country, if he's dead, sick, or found that he's done something illegal. Some people are saying that it doesn't make any sense for them to do it because of the fact he's supposed to be leaving. The White House national security officials are considering resigning as of right now at this very moment. But Pence could at any moment during this time of him being at the state capitol request for invoking, and understand at this very moment the Democrats officially, as of I think 4:30 today, took ownership of the Senate, the White House. Well, not the White House yet, but the Senate and the congressional areas, and so now they have as many votes as they need to invoke the 25th Amendment. And I will say this: I still believe, from sources that have already told me, that Ossoff and Warnock were privately sworn in today, and that they will do a public official one soon down the line, but they have already been sworn in. So their vote does matter. Kelly Loeffler, technically her term ends in a few days, but she still has a vote tonight. But it doesn't matter because you don't win.
So
wow.
Is it really, now let's go back to it. Is it really going to matter if Pence does invoke the 25th Amendment, does it really matter? Is the question that's on the floor. That's what everybody can answer.
I don't know if it matters, but it will go against Trump's record as president, which is something that I think a lot of people may just like to see anyway.
Well, let me say this. I think that it plays it's a dual sword. One, if they invoke it, which it has only been invoked 6 times in the history of the United States of America, it gives Pence the opportunity to pardon Trump.
I knew that.
If I invoke you, why would I pardon you? Because now I done slap you in the face to remove you.
Because of this right here. If I'm facing jail time, possible jail time after my tenure is done, then I'm gonna want my way out of it altogether. That would be the most logical move for Trump to make at this point. Invoke it since I've already lost.
But you can't run again.
No, it ain't about me running. It's about me not doing jail time.
Not doing jail time.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because truth be told, let's be honest. Truth be told, this man don't really want to run again. He didn't want it in the first place, but he was goaded into it.
Fix
He
your echo.
didn't think he was going to win the first time. He said it. He didn't think he was going to win. So I think all this is a play for this man to stay out of jail. Because soon as he step off of federal property, Air Force One or Helicopter One or one of them, I know it might not happen, but in my heart, that's what I see. Some folks in some suits walking up and handing this man.
Oh, they gonna take him as soon as he land because
right. You know what I'm saying? As soon as he step off Air Force One, click, clink.
Well, watch this. Watch this. It's not Air Force One when he step off because it changed signs in air.
That's true.
He's leaving.
So whatever aircraft he step off of, cha-ching.
Well, understand this, and people, I guess, need to be aware of the fact that he just doesn't have to go back to New York. Like, he still got some attorney general friends in other states. He can go to Florida and New York can't touch him.
But the Fed can touch him.
Right.
Senate can touch him.
If he's not pardoned.
No, because this is a state crime he's getting in trouble for, not a federal.
That's true.
What he has done what has happened today.
That if they bring charges on him for today, they're just trying to say he's incompetent. So we're trying to invoke the 25th Amendment. They're not saying he broke any law. They saying he's incompetent. But I'm also kind of the White House national security officials are considering resigning right now. Like, you knew that was going to happen.
Wow. Yeah, I'm looking at that now.
You knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
So let's not act like, and Pence knew. I don't care what y'all say. Ted Cruz knew. Especially Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz knew that this was going to happen. If you look at the videos, Ted gone before, right when Pence left.
Let me ask you this question, Raven. With going back to Warnock and is it Warnock and Ossoff? Them being sworn in today, that doesn't take effect until after the swearing in of Biden, or does it go into effect right now? Their votes, or
so technically it won't go into effect until after this vote that they're doing tonight happens. But
it doesn't switch with the presidency.
No. Because this was a special election.
Right.
All the other senators have already been sworn in.
Okay.
They just need a private swearing in to go ahead and get started. But they can't be technically. It will be a day before. It will be the day before the presidential swearing in that they will officially take seat. But the scheme of it is that it's officially known that the White House, the Senate, and Congress is now taken over by the Democratic Party.
So if they vote on this 25th Amendment thing, their vote counts on that tonight? Everybody that's been sworn in this special.
They can't do the vote tonight. They have to do it another day. because tonight is for them to do the electoral.
No, but I just mean if anytime after today.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Long as before the day of inauguration, because at that point it doesn't matter.
Okay. I didn't know they assumed immediate responsibility or whatnot. Okay.
So I got a question I'm sure James will want to get into. Do you think they can justify do you think that these thugs, these protesters, these patriots can justify their behavior today? James,
Okay.
go forward.
All right, listen. And I want y'all to hear me, okay? I need you to hear what I'm saying because man, they leave with you. Okay, all right, man. Stick with me.
Whatever, dude.
I just did what the Republicans did. I'm with you, Trump.
Y'all gotta listen to me, man. So I want you to just think for a minute. So, and I've said this before, all right? Whenever you have people or a person that feels like, for whatever reason, that their voice isn't being heard, all right, you get protests, and with protests, a lot of times comes some violence, during that time, all right?
Civil unrest.
Right. So the same thing that happened during the Black Lives Matter protests. Don't worry about what the protests were actually for. Okay. These were people that felt like their voices weren't being heard in other ways. So they took to the streets. All right. So you had these people today, regardless of how misguided it is, that felt like their voice wasn't being heard. The voice is the president set up months ago that if I lose, they cheated. So they've been following and believing that rhetoric all the way up to the election.
Mm-hmm.
So he continued to push it. These people believe in their hearts that the election was stolen, that there was fraud, and that Trump should still be president. Steve, we've talked about on the show the cult mindset, okay?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these people have lost the ability to think for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them haven't researched anything. They're not even listening to other Republicans that say, hey, this was all good. There was no fraud. They're listening to one man who says there was fraud. So they protest. And with the protests, you had civil unrest. Mm-hmm. Now, understand, that's not a justification. But I'm giving you the mindset of why these people don't think they thought the same thing that other people thought this summer when all those protests were going on. So we just gotta, I'm looking at it from both sides. It doesn't matter what we agree with and what we think is right. We know what the protests this summer were about. We know what Black Lives Matter was marching about. We understand the killing of unarmed black men. We get it. We understand that. But these same people that were at the Capitol don't. They thought it was all justified because George Floyd had a record and some drugs in his system, so he should be killed. Because Jacob Blake walked back to his car, he should have been shot in the back. You understand what I'm saying? They believe that. So now you have these same irrational people who marched on Washington. So what you think was going to happen? They're going to do the same thing. They felt like their voices, they've been screaming for ever since the election that it was fraud, it was stolen. And ain't nobody paying them no attention because there ain't no evidence of that. It's just garbage. But they felt like their voices wasn't being heard, man. So they turned up.
Here is
rebuttal time.
I agree with you. I think we have to delve a little deeper, though.
Okay.
And that's into understanding that in this country, the minority has always ruled. What am I saying? I'm not talking about how many people are in this country. I'm talking about the wealthy 1%
Right, I'm with you.
has
Okay.
always ruled in this country,
Uh-huh.
and it has always fallen into their favor until now. And so what has happened now is the same thing that happened in Europe with classism.
Mm-hmm.
The wealthy 1% use the fear tactics to say, hey, we are just alike. It's them over there that is
Right.
causing all of this issue. And so now when they're ready to turn up, now they're saying we got to wash our hands and you can't.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to
I-
deal with the concept of this. Not all men are created equal. And they are finding out today, the second point, that if we condemn these people at the Capitol today, then we will condemn everybody else and be justified for it. And if we don't, then we show the undercover of the racism that is in America, which is what they did. We could not condemn you. So now we've shown the world that racism is in the elite. It's classism, just like it was in Europe before me.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. I
I'm
think
a-
today was a shining example of white privilege. The fact that they were allowed, and I did say allowed. I know what I meant. They were allowed to come into that Capitol and take it over.
Mario, they were overran.
I'm a first. I'm gonna regret this. What's finna come out my mouth, but I have to agree with James. That's a little bit.
Wow.
However,
Get a drink on
say
that.
this. I will say this. Trump has played both sides of the train.
Absolutely.
I think the American people need the $2,000. Listen, he was trying to hide. He was trying to be like, look, y'all look at that. While I'm telling the Proud Boys, go ahead, be ready. He did the same thing when it came to him pardoning several of his political friends. So
Co-conspirators, but yeah, I'll keep going.
at this point, they're on the Senate floor. It's 9:52 p.m. Eastern time there. Senator Lindsey Graham, Republican from South Carolina, is up speaking now.
Oh, God.
Kelly Loeffler is standing right behind him, sitting right behind him, and she realizes she has no job anymore. You got fired at your staff meeting. That's where you got fired at. You got fired at your staff meeting. Dave Perdue got fired at his staff meeting. And here's the question that should be asked for black guys. Where do we go from here? When are you picking up the ball to change Alabama, to change Texas, to change Tennessee, to change all these places? And I'm just tired of people saying, "Oh, we can do this in our state. We need Stacey here." We don't need Stacey here. What we need to do is get behind the people that have already been doing the work in Alabama. The people that have already been on the ground working. Why don't you donate to their campaigns? Why don't you help them? James knows for a fact that there's been several of them that we can't even get folks to come out to do voter registrations. But we have spent the last 4 years dealing with an idiot, and now we got another idiot in Senate. And I hope he gets up and deny Biden's victory, only because then they can say that he's trying to overturn the Constitution. And at that point, Alabama needs to stand up and say, we no longer want this man as our representative.
They're not going to do that.
Cameron.
They love it.
Watch this, Cameron. The conversation that we had earlier about Alabama turning the corner.
Yeah, I told him. I said, Here's the thing, and history proves this. So goes Georgia, so goes Alabama. History has proven that Alabama follows Georgia in every political decision. Now, will it take? It won't happen tomorrow. But like I told Mario, I said I give it 8 to 10 years. Once what we saw with Georgia has, I believe, has opened all of Black America eyes rather. It has opened all of their eyes to the possibility that their vote matters in certain areas. For instance, it was Fulton County that won those votes. We know it.
Yes, we do.
Looking at the totality of Georgia, based on the counties, they are a Republican state. But the counties in the major cities and the major populations turn that state blue.
They are right.
Yeah.
So the same thing I told him, I said, Birmingham is already blue.
Yes, it is.
Jefferson County is borderline blue. It's borderline blue, but it can definitely get there in the next 2 years. But it's going to take 2 other cities, Huntsville and Montgomery. Mobile, they got a bigger slice of the pie, but they're not big enough to make the significant change. It will take Montgomery County, which is majority Black,
Right.
Jefferson County, and what is Huntsville?
Madison.
Madison County, yeah.
It's going to take those 3 counties to change this state blue.
So, what do you think about the Black Belt down in Green and all those other counties down in there? What can we do to motivate those counties because they're the hardest hit financially, educationally, and in technology?
And see, just by because y'all know I worked with Dr. Adi on her campaign for Congress down there.
I brought it up.
And all of those rural counties down there, man, from what I saw, they're just doing what they've always done, right? So you had people that voted straight Republican ticket. They don't even know who their Republican Senate or Congressperson is there, but they just vote the Republican ticket. So when we were actually able to show them who he was and the lack of attention that he has given his district, which is District 3 down there, you had a lot of people flip and be like, okay, this ain't right because we're struggling to get internet service down here. You still got people there that just 3 years ago got indoor plumbing. So that's just how rural some of them folks are. And you have a guy who they've never seen, didn't know who he was or anything. But the voter turnout is so low. They don't vote. They do not vote. When they ran the numbers, okay? When they ran the numbers, we found out that if that county, if just the people who are actually, they're registered to vote, but they just don't. If the people who are actually registered to vote would vote, that it could pretty much flip the state because it's just that many people that's not voting. That's a lot of people.
Right.
So Mike Rogers is winning down there. What looks like percentage-wise is a big margin, but way less than half the people in the district are even voting. So we need to get people to actually vote in order to flip. And like he was saying, if you get these other counties, Montgomery County and Madison County and Jefferson County, if you combine those, get people to vote, then you can flip the state. But I said before, I didn't think that was going to happen. He said 8 to 10 years. Anything is possible.
That's about a generation, isn't
Pretty close to it, but like we were saying, like we were talking about before, the baby boomers are dying. Our generation, we coming up, but we died off too.
We're coming into power.
Right.
The generation
then
X is the
once we
ones
get
that's
out-
coming into power right now.
Right. Once we get out, you got these millennials and Generation Z who they don't have these emotional ties to the civil rights movement and slavery and all that. They don't have the emotional ties to the Confederates and all that old stuff. They don't care nothing about all that. They're based strictly off of knowledge and what they need. So I think once those people start to take these positions and come in, then you stand the opportunity of actually flipping the state.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as these baby boomers and Steve, these Southern Baptists and these Christian evangelicals are in power,
Yes,
man, it's things like what happened today don't even faze them. Because like you said, the justifications are coming now. Paula White and all them, it's coming. Just wait. They're going to come up.
It's already started.
They're going to find them a scripture in that Bible, and they're going to justify this thing, man.
The violence taken by force.
And Paula White going to call them angels again and say them angels had to come down here and do this because America was being
those weren't the Trump supporters that did that. Those are some people that got mixed into the crowd that did that. Those weren't the real Trump. It's gonna
even with that though, and I posted today.
Mike, I got a question, man. I got a question, dude. I'm having me personally as a Christian and a minister. It is hard for me to understand the mentality. Like we had a brother to come on the show that said all Democrats, they can't be Christians. For me, to say that you're a Christian and Republican, first to call yourself a Christian and then do the things that they do, say the things that they say, and accept the things that they accept, blow my mind.
Understand though, when he came on
in your pulpit and teach these things, man.
Hold on, you ready? You ready?
I'm ready. I understand, but
it is literally one scripture taken out of context. Render to Caesar what is Caesar, and render to God what is his.
How is that taken?
Which gives me the duality.
I
don't have to mix church and state.
See, but that's is the thing that they do, because like I said earlier, they wrap the flag around the cross.
Hear what I'm saying.
Preach this patriot message.
Hear what I'm saying. I'm not talking about delivery. I'm talking about separating my conscience from church and state.
But you got to remember, Steve, when you have these people that talk about that, they're simply talking about what policy on paper says. That's all they're talking about. So they're talking about what
our guest was talking about. It was his policies. Man, go to hell.
It's strictly policy. So Republicans have policies that are against abortion, and Republicans have so-called policies that are against.
But they don't take care of the child when it's the child.
We ain't worried about that.
Educated. The child is not fed. This is not the kingdom
saying
says.
You shoot the child in the back unarmed and all of this
times. You listen.
Well, you see, you gotta understand, they're not shooting people in the back.
What are they shooting, Cameron? Go on, say it.
They're shooting animals. They're hunting.
I knew he was gonna say that.
As long as I can dehumanize black people, then I will always have justification on my side. Which is why it's going to backfire on them for their lack of containing this situation at the Capitol today.
So do you think that what people like, well, what is white privilege? Do you think they're going to see it today?
No, unfortunately.
Absolutely not. Because they're not going to call this white privilege.
Why? Because they haven't been dehumanized.
You got to remember, you got a lot of black people that don't believe in white privilege. Folks don't believe in it, man. They don't think it's a real thing. And like I say, this incident here, it's the same question that I posed on Facebook earlier when I asked, do you think that the same people that sabotaged some of the Black Lives Matter protests sabotaged this one? And it was just a question. And you have people on both sides that chimed in on it. But that's what this is going to get blamed on, period. They're going to start saying Antifa was there. They're going to start, hell, they're going to say Black Lives Matter was there, probably.
Mhm. Mhm.
You know,
they made sure to show that clip of that girl standing in front of the police officer line with the afro.
Yeah, right.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they're going to switch this rhetoric up, man. It's not good. Oh, it wasn't the Trump supporters. We came there peacefully. It was the Antifa people and Black Lives Matter people.
How they gonna explain the white lady that's laying on the floor with the Trump flag around her neck, bleeding out?
Oh well, she
was an innocent bystander. She was, you know, he was
shooting at somebody else and made a mistake and hit her.
But they shot her inside the Capitol, right?
Yes, they did.
Okay, it's there. It was her
and
fault.
we'll never see that video.
Oh, I've seen it. I'll see if I can find it. I'm not gonna play it here because it's a little disturbing. But I've seen the video of her laying on the ground.
Already shot on the video.
Already shot.
Play it.
Let me see if I can get it.
They run hours. They ran George Floyd.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Well, here is the catch that we run into. For black people, you have to deal with the miseducation of the Negro.
Okay.
For those of us who are willing to educate ourselves about the truth, then our eyes are open. But those of us who will be willfully ignorant to history will never understand what is going on today.
Where are you going? I hear what you're saying. Where are you going?
Okay. Where I'm going with this is here. As far as us as black folks,
What's up, Mike?
we have to pay attention to what will transpire over the next 2 weeks.
Oh, what's good, Mike? Key, we see you. We see you back.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Over the next 2 weeks will determine if we are giving the opportunity to level the playing field or if we will stay stagnant where we are. But we all got to be willing to pay attention to what's going to happen, because this is not our fight.
I'm glad you said that. And I'm glad that a lot of us did not show up to that thing, because this was not our fight.
Was not our fight.
We had nothing to do with this. Did y'all see the meme of Farrakhan? I think, Cameron, did you put one up like that? Watching white people fighting the police. And Farrakhan was just sitting like this.
I'm just saying.
It's not our fight. I agree with you wholeheartedly on that. It's not our fight. We did the best thing that could have happened is we were nowhere near there. Can't be put on us. This is all y'all and your white privilege on display. You ain't get what you want, I'm gonna have a temper tantrum.
But it's classism.
Okay.
The white upper class promised the white lower class that is the black folks' problem.
That's what they've been doing since ever.
They did that since Reconstruction.
Right.
Look, they did that since. That's what I'm saying. That was the downfall of Europe.
Right.
Classism.
I got you on that.
If I can keep you looking over here while I'm in your pocket and taking your rights away, taking your land away, taking your sheep away, if I can keep you looking over at the Moors, you won't have a problem with it.
Right. But because you are you're a citizen, that that's you're a citizen of such and such. You're a patriot of such and such. But let me pull these dollars out your pocket though.
Right.
On this
because America has always been a business.
Always. So I got my folks trying to find that video, guys. Me and my wife, we watched it earlier, and so she's still trying to find it now. So
trying to find it. Okay, we'll hold out for a little bit longer because I want to see
a little bit longer. Hold on What'd you say, baby?
But here's the deal, man. I believe we had this conversation earlier, man. Like you said, America is at a turning point right now. We could easily be brushed over into a civil war amongst
Yes.
ourselves.
It just
We
takes
we
a few good people. How should I say this? We only a few good people shot away from a civil war.
a few good people shot.
Right.
Well,
Mhm.
let's play this doomsday scenario.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. And I'll be real quick. They tried to assassinate Biden.
When?
The inauguration.
Okay.
Okay.
That will start your civil war.
Okay. I get where you're going. I get where you're going.
So do
I
you
see.
think I'm gonna put this out here? Do you really think they take the chance of shooting the white man so the black woman could become president?
Well,
Okay.
if we get him, we'll get her too.
You see.
Well, I mean, if they get him first, she gonna be locked up tight.
Well,
Just like this was an inside job, that could be an inside job too.
that I was just about to say.
Really?
It is this right here. This is no longer a black versus white issue. This is about control, power. The good old boys want control of the power. And as long as it's not in their hands, they're going to do whatever they can do to snatch it back.
Okay, I got it, guy.
You got it.
Thanks, babe. Hold on a second. Let me try to pull it up, fellas.
How long have the Republicans been in control of Congress?
Of Congress? Let me pull it up.
It's been a while.
Can y'all see that?
Yeah.
So here's some footage of that white lady laying on the ground shot.
Wow.
I'm assuming she was shot by a White House
Secret Service.
Secret Service.
Bleeding from her mouth.
What's in the mouth? Okay.
Bleeding from her mouth.
Okay.
She bleeding out on the floor. Of course, this is a bunch of noise. I can't play the audio.
Yeah.
Okay.
So look at this. She bleed. You can see her blood coming out from underneath of her.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Mario, to answer your question, it was 25 years ago. 26 years ago.
They have been in control for 26 years. Now they're not, and they are losing they boy.
So yeah, so there's the video, guys, of
Yeah. I mean, dude, I'm not, if I can sit and watch George Floyd for 8 minutes, that doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me because it's a white woman on the floor. And I'm saying what I say carefully because my wife told me not to say what I said earlier. So I'm choosing my words carefully. But
my issue is not whether they were white or black that got shot on today. Did you see the care in the video?
yes.
yes.
And the attention that was given to. Mm-hmm.
Again,
Mm-hmm.
as long as they can dehumanize us,
Mm-hmm.
then they won't see it as you're shooting another human being,
Mm.
killing
That
another.
was a human being. That was a human being on the floor being shot.
He's gonna go down as a martyr. Watch.
He is exactly. I said
Yeah.
that earlier. She's gonna go down as a martyr. She's
Oh,
gonna
she
be
is.
something they gonna hold up. And see, look, they killing us in the Capitol.
They killed a white woman.
Woo! That's America's most protected person.
Institution.
Woo, the white woman. Boy, you
Right.
what?
Children get hung over that.
What?
Just looking at them.
What?
They burned down a whole city district
Right.
Come on.
because he
Like
tried to
Wall
help
Street.
her.
Right.
He
Tried to
tripped on the
help
way
her.
out of the elevator.
Up the elevator. Come on,
I'm
come
talking
on,
about
Black Wall
Tulsa. I'm sorry if y'all don't, those who don't know.
Street. You don't know.
He was trying to help her
Right.
from falling.
Right.
Mm.
Tell me, man. All right, guys.
Well, fella.
We've been going for hour 16, man. It looks like they're still dealing with the objection to the Arizona electoral vote, which is amazing to me that
Senate
they're still
rejects objection to they rejected. Objection to
I'm sorry, yeah, Senate rejects objection to the Arizona vote, so that means they're gonna keep on going down the states now. Hopefully,
Mhm.
tonight they'll be done,
They'll be done.
and then we can tell Mr. Trump
Bye.
goodbye.
Hey, you're fired. You're fired. Ain't that how you should do? You're fired.
All right, guys. I'm any parting words? We'll give it up first to our guest, Mr. Cameron Sankey. Thank you for being here, sir. Any parting
you for
words you
having
want to
me.
give?
I watch y'all all the time. James, I like you.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate
Resident Trump supporter.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you, sir.
Somebody need to like him.
Right. Because it's only a handful.
My parting words would be, man, just keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open. Keep your head on swivel. The next several weeks, just keep your eyes open. Keep your head on swivel.
James?
I think this is just the beginning, man. We're gonna see some more crazy stuff pop off all over the place, especially I think as we get closer to Biden being sworn in. I think Trump is gonna kick up his rhetoric even more. And cause some more issues, man. So we just gotta keep your eyes open, like Mario said, man. You better keep your head on a swivel. It may be time for people who ain't strapped up to strap up a little bit.
Keep the peace that surpasses all understanding.
Because you may be working with people who are upset right now. So just keep your eyes open.
My.
Well, I'm kind of pretty much amen. The rest of that, my wife wanted to go somewhere this evening, and I said, baby, let's not go anywhere tonight because there are idiots everywhere, and
Right.
a lot of upset idiots. So yeah, man, everybody get prayed up, stay prayed up, keep your eye out, get strapped up if you need to. And this has been the 4 Black Guys Show. Everybody put your 4s up. Thank y'all for watching. Be blessed, be safe, and we'll holler at you guys on Sunday. You know where to be, right here, 8:30 Sunday 8:30 p.m. Central Standard.
7:30.
I'm sorry, 7:30.
Yeah.
7:30.
7:30, man.
7:30, man.
I'm tired. Excuse me.
Come on, man. Come on, man. What you doing?
Whatever. We out.
All right.